My name is Carol Clark and you have come to my site, Dublin Jewellery Valuations. I have been designing, making and valuing jewellery for the past 35 years from my shop here in Royal Hibernian Way in Dawson Street. I'm a fellow of the Institute of Registered Valuers, the Professional Jewellers Association and the National Association of Jewellers in London in the UK. I am also a full graduate gemologist from the Gemological Institute of America. So I think I have a lot of experience between exams and valuations over the past 35 years. I would say that it's very important to have a good valuation, which is prepared by preferably a registered jewellery valuer like myself. A valuation is very important if you're going to make a claim against an insurance company. You may not be aware, but in 2019 there were over 16,000 house robberies in Ireland, and a lot of those robberies involved jewellery. So a lot of people have had to make claims in 2019. If you do not have a good valuation with all the information up to date, then you are at the mercy of the assessors who will come out to your house to assess what has been lost or robbed. The assessors work for the insurance company, so you can be sure that they are not on your side. So it is better to have your own information to hand to give to them if you have to make a claim. Over the years, I've seen many problems with valuations that have been prepared by, say, repairmen or jewellers that are not qualified at valuing jewellery. For example, I have seen one valuation where a jeweller valued a ring as ruby and diamond for €15,000. But in fact, when I tested the ruby, it was actually glass and two tiny diamonds, so it was only valued at around €500. So the client had been paying a huge premium for a ring that was valued at 15,000, but in fact was only worth about 500. Another case was a lady who had a ring valued by another jeweller, and it was valued at 35,000. However, when they came to me to have it revalued, I told them through a lot of testing I had done that they actually in fact had a fracture filled or clarity enhanced diamond, which instead of being worth about 35,000 was probably worth 5,000. In that case, the client had to get in a safe to their house and had to get electric gates and actually had to get triple glazing put into their house before the policy was valid. So the ring that cost 35,000 actually cost them an awful lot more, but was probably worth about 5,000. So therefore it's really important that you have your jewellery valued by somebody who knows what they're actually doing. You may save money in the long run by going to somebody who's charges €20 or €10 to value something, but you may lose thousands if you have to make a claim against an insurance company and you do not have the proper valuation certificate. Generally, I value diamond rings while you wait. I know people are anxious about leaving big diamond rings, so I do them while you wait. You can sit here, it takes about 30 to 40 minutes, all going well. Sometimes there's problems with rings, particularly rings brought in from abroad. So this can take longer as we go through the problem, find the problem and try and sort out the problem. Diamond rings generally take about 30 or 40 minutes. Coloured stones usually take longer. I, as a gemologist, check all coloured stones. I don't accept what's on certificates. I have to check them for myself. So therefore I can take a few hours, or in some cases, if I'm not happy with what I see, I may have to send it to a laboratory for a second opinion. And this can take a week or 2 weeks, but I will let you know if this is the case. Many insurance companies tell you that you do not need to have a jewellery valuation if the item is under 1,000 or under 5,000 or under 10,000 euro. Every insurance company is different, so you need to check the policy. However, I don't agree with this, because if you have no information at all about the item that is lost, again, you're at the mercy of the insurance assessors, who will come out and make up the paperwork or the valuation for you, which will leave you probably in a bad position. So again, I would highly recommend that you have every item valued at least once correctly. Again, insurance companies say that, oh, a photograph will do. Just take a picture of all your jewellery. Again, I would totally disagree with this. A picture tells you absolutely nothing. It doesn't tell you the carat gold. It doesn't tell you the weight of the diamond, the colour, the clarity. Is the sapphire a full sapphire, half a sapphire, enhanced, diffused? There's so many things it doesn't tell you. However, again, an insurance assessor will make it all up for you. So you are leaving yourself at the mercy of the assessors. I really don't think this is a good idea. A picture only proves that you own the item at one time in your life. It doesn't prove anything else. Again, I have seen photographs of items that I would actually value at 5,000, and the assessors have come out to the client's house and offered 500 euro. But because the client could not prove that the diamond or the colour or the clarity was of a certain standard, they were not able to do anything about it and had to accept what the insurance company offered them. That is why it's very important to have all your jewellery valued correctly. If I value your jewellery, it's kept in storage safely, and if you need to update it, you can come back in 3 or 5 years' time, and a much smaller fee is charged. So I think I would really strongly advise to get everything valued. Now about the charges. Registered valuers may be dearer. I say maybe dearer than a lot of general jewellers or repairmen. However, we have spent years and years training to get where we are, and I am in continuous training with the Gemological Institute of America. So our time is very valuable. The charges range from about 100 euro to 130 for a diamond ring, and coloured stone rings are around 100, 130, 150, depending on the size of the stone, the amount of work I have to do on it. And then if it has to go to a laboratory, I will let you know the charges first before it is sent away. In most cases, I'm able to deal with it here myself, but on some occasions I do like to have a second opinion. Even if you don't have your jewellery valued and you do have a robbery in your house, I would strongly advise that you pay to have what's called a post-loss assessment carried out for you on the items that were robbed. I specialise in post-loss assessments. This is where I will make up the value of the item that was lost or stolen or damaged. Then you can present this to your insurance company for them to deal with it. But if you do not do a post-loss assessment, you are again leaving yourself at the mercy of the insurance assessors, who will make up the value for you. A post-loss assessment is legal, and you have a legal entitlement to have one carried out on items that are lost or stolen, even if you never had them valued in the first place. You may have some trouble with the insurance company, but at least you have something to argue with, where if you have no post-loss assessment, no estimates for replacement, you have actually nothing to argue against. So I'd highly recommend you paying to have one done. Again, they may cost €100, 200, 300, depending on what the item is, but you will find that is actually money well spent. If I think the insurance company will not pay out on a post-loss assessment, then I will tell you and I will not charge you. But it's something that you should be aware of, that you have a legal right to have a post-loss assessment carried out yourself independently. My jewellery blog is called jewelleryvaluation.ie. That's VALUATION.ie. So I hope you'll visit it and read some of my articles. If you have any questions, please email me, Carol@irishjewel, that's one word, irishjewel.com. I hope to see you someday in my shop for a valuation or a post-loss assessment or a checking service or jewellery repair or jewellery remodeling or making. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care.